Hello everybody and welcome to something completely different. I talked a little about about this game in some of my other videos, but I haven't really made a video of it. Yeah, I decided to play a little bit of OpenTTD. It's an open source clone of the original game Transport Tycoon Deluxe. It's made by the same guy who made like Roller Coaster Tycoon and shit like that. The original game is very old. It was released in the 90s somewhere, like 95, 96, for the DOS. So it's a DOS game actually, the original one. But this is an open source clone of that. So it works on like newer computers, you know, Windows XP 8, 7, Windows Vista, whatever. It's pretty funny. And I mean, there's a huge community working on this, and it's just amazing. I mean, there are even custom graphics. I'm using the original graphics on the original game, but there's even like a full replace graphics set, so you don't even need the original game. You can just download this for free. I mean, it's amazing. People do this on their spare time. I mean, it's amazing. And I mean, you can download a bunch of other new graphics settings to replace the graphics in the game, and download maps and everything. I mean, it's just amazing. And why I'm playing this is actually because I want to show you that I have actually contributed to this game. Like several years ago, I actually made some sprites for this game. I'll talk more about that when we come into the game. But I actually made a replacement for the buildings in the game to make them look more Swedish-like. So I had like this project I was working on. I draw sprites, and some other guys helped me coding it because I have no coding skills. So yeah, whatever. Let's just get into the game. I have some new graphics settings I like to play with, and you know, blah blah. I'm not going to talk about that. So let's just start a game. You can play this game in different like climates. You can play in Arctic, in like subtropical, whatever, desert, and a toyland, which is pretty gay. But I'm going to play normal. Tropical, I mean temperate climate. You can, I mean, there's tons of different map settings. I don't think I want so mountainous. I want kind of flat. I want this, and I should start in 1940. Like, there's so much of this game. I can't explain everything. I'll explain while I play. So let's just generate a map. I don't want this fucking song, it's annoying. So yeah, this is the game. Now we're actually in game. And the goal of this game is to transport material, like resources, like from there, from point A to point B, and then you generate money. So basically it'd be like I don't know, transport company, like a logistic company or something, and you manage that and earn more money. So you can transport passengers from different cities. And you can transport raw material into, like, you know, processing places, etc., etc., and you earn money and you build more. You can transport stuff by train, by road vehicles, by sea, or by air. So it's quite versatile. And the stuff you see is not like original content. I have downloaded some stuff. And the first thing that you probably noticed, or like, if you have played this game yourself, you'll notice that the buildings in this game looks different. Yeah, these are the sprites I was talking about. These are the sprites I actually drawn myself in like Microsoft Paint, like several years ago when I didn't have anything to do. So that's what I did for like a year almost. So all these buildings, all buildings you see in towns, are actually drawn by me and coded by some other people who helped me because I have no coding skills at all. I'm also playing with like trains from Sweden and stuff like that, so there's no like original trains in this thing. Whatever, let's just get down to business. The first thing you would probably do is try to set up like a route somewhere. The easiest way is to transport cargoes now, because the towns are kind of small and don't really generate that much passengers. So let's go look into the map. There's a lot of water on this map. Maybe I should have done less water. Yeah, you know what? I should restart this. I'm sorry. I'm gonna make less water. There we go, a little less water. Shut the fuck up, I hate this song. There we go. Yeah, there's a little less water. I think this is better. I like the music in this game. It's really jazzy. Whatever. So yeah, the first thing you would do is like build a train route between industries. Is what I like to start. There are so many industries on this map. So a good thing is to see if there are two raw material places close to each other, which will generate a lot of thing. No, not there. Here, for example, here are two farms close to each other. So I can start building here, like building a little train station that can transport grain and livestock, and you transport that to factories, I believe. There are different factories in different climates. Let's see if we can find a factory. God damn it. Let's see, factory. They are purple. There's not really any factory close here. That sucks. Here are some factories really far away. Oh, that was stupid. Okay, we can also do like this. You can go into the industry tab and look for sort by the production amount, basically. This farm produces the most on the map. But here's a coal mine that produces 180 tons of coal. That's a lot, actually. I think I'll start here. So I'll start building like a train station at this coal mine. You can choose from either a normal railway or electric. Electric has electric locomotives which are faster and blah blah blah. And this is the original station. This is the only station you get in game. It looks pretty silly, but I downloaded a bunch of extra stations, obviously, because I like it. Whatever. Let's see. Industrial stations. That's what I want. And I'm gonna use a mineral silo. And you can choose length of the station. The longer the station length, the longer the train could be, obviously. Let's just put up a train station like that. Oh shit! I don't want to be pink. God damn it. There we go. I want to be green, and I don't want to look like a bitch, but I will change that later. Let's just make the station look pretty by adding buffer stops. I don't know. I played this game a lot as a child, when I had it, and I don't know. Wait. I need to find a power station so I know where to. Okay, here's a power station. Yeah. Okay. I kind of see this game as a miniature like train model world, because you build trains in this little mini world, and you transport passengers and cargoes, and I mean you build stations. I mean it kind of feels like you're playing with model trains, and I always been fascinated by model trains when I was a kid. I didn't have any sets myself, but when I visited people who had, I was always so amazed. I was like, oh, this looks so pretty. I mean, I was so amazed by it. I wanted to have it as a kid, but I never did. So, boo-hoo. So when I found this game when I was a little kid, I was like, oh my god, so cool. I mean, obviously I didn't know anything about it because I was a fucking retard and I didn't know any English, so I couldn't really play the game. Oh, I need to cross here. Wait, let's do it like this. And the rail type you see here is actually not the original rail types either. These rails, I painted these myself too, to make them look more like the rails look in Sweden. So I done that, and I also started on a set that would change all route vehicles into Swedish route vehicles. I didn't finish that set though. So that's not finished, unfortunately. There we go. So you need to produce two stations where the train should go, like point A, point B, as I said. And you also need to produce a train depot where you build a train, basically. So then you press new vehicle, and here are the vehicles I can choose from now. Not many vehicles. That's because I started in 1940. You get more vehicles, you know, later in the game. So now I only have like this electric thing and this stupid steam trains. So I didn't really need to build an electric railway because I'm gonna build like this one, I think. Very cheap. So I didn't need to build an electric one right away. But I'm doing it right away because later on I will get more electric trains. So I might as well just build it right away. So you build a locomotive, and then you need you need wagons, and they obviously carry different material. So for coal, I need this thing, mash or coal. It says refittable to coal, grain, iron ore. I need to build that, and the number here indicates how long, how big a station they could fit to. 4. I built a 4 unit long station, so I can only have place for 4 or 3.9. And then you need to give the train orders. Like go over here first, and I need to order it to wait for the tank to be fully loaded before going. And then you should go over here, and there you should unload the cargo. There, now we're done. Now we can release the train, and the train will automatically go into the station. Oh, wait, stop, go back. I forgot one thing. I need to refit the train to gather coal instead. There we go. Because the default is like iron ore for that type of wagon. You need to refit it to coal. So now the train will... Yay, citizens celebrate. First train arrives at Abraham Mines. Yay. So now this train will slowly gather coal. Because this... oh my god. Coal production is a little bit lowered. So now the train will begin to fill up coal. You see, there's coal in those wagons. This game is really like graphically, like it shows everything. I like that. So yeah, while I wait for that, I can build another line somewhere. I also need to borrow some money. You can maximum borrow 500,000 credits. And after that, you actually need to have an income. So let's see. Let's look at this graph again. This farm produces most on the map. I should build a station over there and transport stuff to this factory. I'm just gonna have this little train over here so we can see when it goes. But yeah, let's do that. Let's build another route. So this is a farm. They produce 2 types of raw material, grain and livestock. So the best thing here is to build a double station actually. I'm not the pro at this game, I'm not the best. So I probably build like inefficient stations. Some people are a lot better than me, but I just play this for the fun. So what would you do? I would choose a grain loading station. Probably looks the best. And then I will choose a livestock station like that. I'll just buffer stops. I mean, you don't need buffer stops. I mean, the train will automatically stop here. But I put them there to make it look pretty, like realistic. I mean, a lot of this game, like the extra stuff you download, it's just eye candy. It doesn't like add anything to the game at all. It's just eye candy. So what you could do is build a double rail, but that's quite expensive. And I won't build that right away because I need to save up money. So I'm gonna build a single rail still. But I'm gonna do it like that. Oh, the train leaves now. My coal train. Take a look at this. Yeah, so pretty. These steam trains are kind of slow. You see, it tops 100 kilometers per hour. It's not like the best train in the game, obviously. Later trains are much faster and have more power and etc. etc. But seriously, so this is like playing with model trains, but in a virtual world, kind of. That is cute. You know what? This music is giving me a headache. I'm not gonna play with the music. Yeah, I also replaced the texture of the level crossing thing, because this is how the level crossings looks in Sweden, older Sweden, actually. I mean, a lot of buildings are based off real buildings, like in my hometown or other towns around Sweden. You see, some buildings have a little Swedish flag in them. So cute. Like these red cottages are very common for Sweden. Anyway, here we see the train unloading coal to this power station, and it should generate income. Yeah, you see, I got 17,000 for that load. And now the train will go back, get more coal, and just keep doing this. Eventually the locomotive will get old and you need to replace it. So they have a like limited lifetime. Yeah, let's keep building. You can also fast forward the game if you're just waiting to get more money, basically. And you can build tunnels like this. This is so cool. This is a tunnel I also drawn. The original game train tunnel thingy didn't really look like the tunnels I'm used to, so I replaced it with this texture to make it look more like a Swedish train tunnel. Everything in this game looks so Swedish after I redone everything. You know what? I kind of miss the music now. God damn it! God damn it, Earth. Let's make the music a little lower so I don't get a headache. But since I have 2 trains, they will meet at some point. Oh, that bridge is gonna cost. I mean, that tunnel is gonna cost a lot of money, so I'm gonna do it. It's pretty unrealistic that trains can like go up hills and stuff. Like that's pretty unrealistic. If you want to play a realistic game, you wouldn't build stuff like that. But you know, then again, I just play for fun. There we go. Now we build another station. I should build a grain silo that can hold a lot of grain. Then again, you can build any station you want. It doesn't matter which station you build. I mean, but it's just for eye candy. Again, it's just for eye candy. There we go. There we go. And also, like one train depot, like that's like 1 square long. It's kind of unrealistic that it can hold such a long train, so I'm gonna make the depot a little longer just to make it look realistic. You waste a lot of money by doing that, but yeah, I should stop doing that. I should do it when I have more money, actually. But now, since I have 2 trains that's gonna go in this route, they will meet in the middle somewhere, and to prevent crashing, I need to make sure that they can cross each other without crashing. So you can do like a little section where they could cross like this. And then I need to put signals. If you have a single train like this, you don't need to care about signals because there's only 1 train going on this track. So there's no like chance of like a crash or something. But if you have 2 trains, you need to signals. In this simple track, I only need to use this simple track signal. I mean, there's a bunch of other signals that, you know, for advanced stuff. I don't really know about them, so I'm just gonna use this basic one. So you put signals at this station to signal if a thing is like in the dock or whatever. And then I need to put signals here. But on one track, I put signals so the train is only allowed to move in one direction. So for example, if a train leaves here, comes here, oh shit. So if a train comes here, if it wants to go this way, it have to go this track. But it comes from here, and it wants to go this way, it have to go on this track. So if a train is here, and a train is coming here, and this train is over here, is leaving the station. Fucking, I don't need to explain, I'll just show you when it happens. Shut up, Irv. Yeah, let's build another train. I could build this one, but this one is more suited for passengers. It's not really suited for like freight. This one can hold grain, yes. Grain. Unload all. There we go. First train out. I think the game volume is a little low, actually. I don't really hear the train sounds. Cute. And then let's build another train that delivers livestock. Let's see. I don't think... No, I don't have a wagon yet for the Swedish rail set to have livestock, so I need to use the original game livestock van for now. Oops. Oh, this is silly. The grain train went to the livestock station. That was pretty stupid, but there are ways to fix that. You can actually order the train to go in a specific station if you put like waypoints or something in front of it. But you know, whatever. So much stuff. You know what? Like, you can choose a basic color for your company. I chose green, but then all the wagons, all the buses, everything will be green. Who is using like all the original vehicles and trains and planes and everything use company colors. If you choose a color, all your vehicles will have that color. But when people made extra content for the game, they made sprites that didn't use that feature. They made, like, for example, this train is gray no matter what company color I have, and the wagons are gray no matter what. You know, I like that more. It makes it more realistic. But in this case, I'm using the original wagons, so they're green. But if I don't want that, I can choose that my basic color is green, so all stations and everything will be green. But I can go into the train tab and choose freight wagon. Now they're pink. But then I can change it to, say, gray. See, now they're gray instead, to look more realistic. Nice. Let's just take a look when this train leaves. See, do I have an income? Yeah, I actually earn, what is it, 14,000 credits every month. That's pretty good. It's all because of this train, basically. And there's some subsidiary in the game, like, if I transport passenger from this town to this town, I'll get like extra income or something. I usually don't care about that though. So all you do is, like, you know, do this, and then like one day in the game is like a few seconds. So the game takes kind of long, but I can do fast forward like this. And you see days just, whoa. Yeah, here's an example. This train is not allowed to leave until this train goes through the next signal to prevent crashing. You see, when this train crosses that signal, now this train is allowed to leave. So that's a good way to prevent crashing. But then, if I have more than 2 trains, if I have like 4 trains, this would not be sufficient. I actually need to make a double track. But since I only have 2 trains right away, I'm gonna save that for later. And the factories, they accept livestock and grain and also steel. And steel is created from iron ore, which you transport to a steel mill, which creates steel, and then to the factory. And then the factory itself produces goods, if they get these materials. And the goods are like one of the most valuable resources in the game. They produce most income, I believe. So goods is something you should aim at. So you see, this is quite inefficient, because now this train has to wait until this train is in the station. So it is quite inefficient. But I could make another crossing to make it go a little faster. For example, I can do like this. Make another crossing over here. There we go. So now I have 2 crossings. So now the train doesn't need to wait so long for the other train. Yeah, that's basically it. I think I'll end this episode right here, and I will continue the next episode. I haven't really decided if I should continue doing this. I will continue doing this if you people like it. If you don't like it, you know, maybe it's just like a few episodes to show you what I've done for this community, blah blah blah. But yeah, I guess I'll see you next episode. Bye bye.